Nailed it.
All right.
Hey, I'm Bob.
I'm Jake.
And we are Nailed It the Podcast. Welcome back to Season 3, Episode 8. Yes, Episode 8. Here we are.
Got it.
Back in the studio doing our thing. We've had a little bit of time off. It was about a month and a half ago last time we were together for recording.
Yeah.
We did our review of Superman and Fantastic Four and kind of caught up on the episode previous to that.
Mm-hmm.
Did a little 2-for-1 episode.
Just to get caught up, and we fell back immediately.
Well, we were getting out of the back half of our busy summer in Ghostlight, and never mind our lives. So here we are getting into the winter, and not quite as busy as it sometimes works out. So we're in the midst of a time off. So what a better time than now to record, eh?
Absolutely.
So give me a recap. What's been happening in the last month or so?
Month or so
that I wasn't involved. I was involved in a lot of it. Anyway,
I was just saying that's the difference there. We've been involved in a lot of the same things together, but
that's what she said.
I mean, our normal gigs. I mean, we've had some really good gigs as of late. We made our triumphant return to Craft Haven.
Yes. Oh, our Labor Day show. We can spend some time on that.
Where were we then? We were at the Wellwood.
Yes. Also, our one and only show this season at the Wellwood,
which was amazing,
yes,
as
sure
it
was.
always is.
Sure was.
We were at Burning Bridge last week.
Yep.
One thing that I had recently done was I attended a concert, and thanks to my company that I work for, Four Wheel Entertainment, for hooking us up. Cheap plug right there. We were able to go and see Eric Church, who I'm a big fan of. I have lyrics of his tattooed on me.
I know. I also, if you don't recall, in our early days of friendship, you stood in line at Hershey with a sign trying to get him to let you play guitar.
No, not Hershey. It was the same stadium. It was in Philly.
Oh, Philly. Sorry. Either way.
My buddy Kurt and I,
my mistake.
My buddy Kurt and I got tickets. This was like 2022, I think. 2021, 2022.
Yeah, it seems about right.
And he had bought the tickets, and he's like, hey, I got us pit tickets. And I was like, oh, sick. I was like, well, if we're going in pit, I don't want to stand in the corner of the pit where all I'm looking at is the back of people's heads.
Right.
I want to see the show for what it is, that close. So I was like, we're getting there like first thing in the morning.
That's right. That's fair.
And at the time, I was living in Hershey. So
maybe that's why I was thinking you were working at Hershey too.
Yeah, right? I was working and living
in Hershey comes into my mind.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
So he spent the night at my house the night before. We got up at like 4. Or no, we got up at 3 and left by 4. Made it into Philly by 5:30, 6 o'clock. And we sat in front of what was then Wells Fargo Center. We sat in front of there from about 6:30 until the doors opened at 7 p.m. And made some friends along the way. We were the second group there. There's a group of people that I've now since been become friends with. Ryan, Susan, and a couple others. I apologize for forgetting your names, but
under pressure.
Yeah. But there was a big group of them there that we then, just hung out with and talked to, drank some beers, conversed through the whole thing, wandered around the arena. And then, as you said, I had talked to the one guy that was there, and I was like, oh, I'm a musician. And he's like, what do you do? I was like, I sing and I play guitar. He's like, are you going to try and get on stage tonight? I was like, I didn't think of it, but that would be cool.
Right.
He's like, you should try it, dude. And I was like, well, I have my guitar in the car. He's like, well, go get it. And this dude wrecked the entire time. And so I did. I had my Ibanez in the car. And so I stood out in front of Wells Fargo just playing Eric Church tunes on guitar and made enough money in tips from people that were in line to get in to buy my shirt for the night. And this lady, I wish I knew her name. She made this sign for me She had Sharpies and paper, and she wrote in big poster board, "Musician looking for work will play for Jack." And so
Oh my goodness.
oh, and it was so good. So then they gave me 2 little shooters of Jack to sneak into the venue with me to offer Eric Church the Jack when I had the sign with me.
Little Jack bribe.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so,
Nice.
doors opened, I snuck the sign and the Jack in with me, and Kurt and I, we were right up front, with our newly made friends. And then, the show started. And the cool thing about the show, it was cool but also unfortunate. Eric's entire band had gotten COVID,
Oh, I remember that.
except him. So he did the entire 3-hour show himself, but like with a couple random guests here or there. And so he's playing, and he comes up and he's standing maybe about 5 feet from me, and he sees my sign, and he chuckles into the mic because you could tell that he just read it. And then nothing ever came of it, but it was one of those that, like, he acknowledged the sign, he laughed at the sign, it was cool. I tossed him a Jack bottle, and he did the shooter.
Nice.
And I then, after the show, I left, didn't even think of it. I had left the sign behind, and here Susan, the lady that I had become friends with, she has kept the sign, and she messaged me on Facebook. She's like, "I have your sign if you want it."
Yep.
And I was like, "It's okay."
Nostalgia.
But then, full circle, when I went and saw Eric Church this what was it, last week, she was there, and she saw me and messaged me online, like on Facebook, and was like, "I still have your sign. It's in my attic. Do you want it?" I was like, "Susan, it has been 3 years. I don't think that sign needs to be anywhere. It can be in the trash."
Yeah,
Like,
you keep that.
yeah.
Thanks.
But yeah, now working at where I work at Four-Wheel Entertainment, Eric Church is a big client of ours, so we did his entire tour, lighting and video and rigging and everything. So as a thank you, they gave our company a couple sets of tickets to go and see the show. So I went. Alex went with me. My brother and his wife went. A couple other coworkers and their significant others went, and it was a really good show. He did a whole set with an orchestra and a choir, and because his whole new album that just came out is orchestral and choiry and almost gospel-y.
Choiry. Can you say that?
Choiry?
I don't know if that's.
Is that a word?
I feel like it's offensive somehow. Anyway.
So like his first chunk of the set was all the new stuff, but then afterwards, the choir and the orchestra left, and he stripped down to just his bare bones band, and then he did all his hits.
I like it.
And it was so good. He sounded good. The crowd was into it. It was such a good show. And I will see him time and time again. I think that was my 4th time seeing him, and I'll see him time and time again.
Nice.
But yeah,
that's not the only show you went to see.
Yeah, duh.
Before that,
I went and saw Hardy.
You sure did.
And oh my God, I have never wanted to mosh at a country concert so bad.
We haven't actually really talked about this. I think we slightly discussed that you had a good time. You didn't realize how heavy it was going to be. And that's the last we talked about it. So whatever you got to say about it is my first time hearing it. So let's hit it.
Dude, so like I've loved Hardy since I discovered who he was.
Right.
I discovered him here at your house. If you remember, it was at one of our beer tasting events.
Somebody played one of his songs, and I think that might have been the second time I'd ever heard Hardy.
Yeah, our friend played the song, Radio Song.
Yeah, that's it.
Because they were like, check this out. It goes all over the place. And, at the time,
I think I'd heard one of his country tunes.
Yeah.
It's
one beer or something.
My country was more about whatever I had to learn for the band. It was not anything else.
So listening to it, and I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Modern country. Then it switched to the bare bones country. And then you hear fucking Jeremy McKinnon doing his little bit, and then it just breaks down, and we were like, "Holy shit!"
This guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
so
remember that
like
now.
I got hooked then, and I listened to him casually and for a while, but then once I started dating Alex, she and her family are huge Hardy fans, and so it just became a more reoccurring thing to listen to, and uh, that's when the Jim Bob album came out, and I had heard the titled song Jim
Right.
Bob, and holy hell, it I dude, I've never heard something like this in a good way. And it was so like I hadn't felt this way since I had heard Beartooth for the first time.
Ooh,
And
bold words,
yeah,
sir.
oh, absolutely. And it was one of those that was just like, I don't know how to process this, but I love it and I want to listen to it all the time. And I just became not obsessed, but very hooked into the Hardy, as he calls the Hardy Nation,
Right.
uh, where was listening to every album, learning the songs, learning how to play the songs. I started playing some of them. You heard that at open mic night.
Yep.
I started playing Psycho, uh, but then we saw him, and opening song was Jim Bob, and it was so heavy live. That song to begin with is just a heavy
Right.
song.
Right.
But like when he goes into that breakdown, but like in between verses, oh my god, dude, it was just so punchy and in your face. Like I the group I was with, they were enjoying it. I was banging my head through the whole show, and it was just such a good show, and his set was a good spread of everything. It was a good spread of his heavy stuff, his hardcore country stuff, his modern country stuff, his new his new album, which comes out tomorrow. Cheap plug. Um,
It's Thursday the 25th. If anybody's wondering what
there we
time,
go.
if we're not watching the live, anybody that listens to this or watches it later. So Friday the 26th of September, 2025, his album drops.
Yes.
And I will interject there. I listened to he has a couple tracks he's put out.
Yeah.
The Bro Country song is pretty funny as far as I'm concerned. I don't think that's what he's going for, but I think it's funny that he's kind of knocking at what he was doing and that he doesn't like how it got out of hand.
Yeah.
But did you listen to Dog Years yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I have a side to that.
Talk about it while I get my drink.
So my wife and I told her this was out. We were headed out to Gettysburg last weekend to shout out to Eric Tipler, who's working on my Breed Love, refretting it and sprucing it up after all these years of playing it, beating the hell out of it. He's taking care of that for me. But we were out to meet him to drop my guitar off, and I was like, hey, we haven't listened to this yet. You want to try it out? Sure. I'm not kidding you. As someone who still, in my head, very recently lost beloved pet. I mean, Naomi's been gone a little over 3 years, but it doesn't feel like that. And I was immediately started to tear up just from the words. And wife, even she said, geez, Hardy, now you're making me cry this early on a Sunday. I seen all this stuff online, people posting stuff about how Hardy writes a song about losing his dog, and I can't stop crying. I'm like, sure. Nope. 100% just a tearjerker. Like, he understands clearly, as anybody who has, the love of an animal and what that means when you lose them. Not to get deep with everybody, but I would say even if you're not into Hardy or into country, if you've ever had to, shuffle one of your animals across the Rainbow Bridge, as they say, listen to it, but maybe listen to it while you're by yourself. Not like in public around people who don't know you, because you'll look like you're ugly crying. But man, what a powerfully impressive song just for what it is. Not like the greatest thing he ever wrote, but maybe one of the most powerful because I connected with it immediately.
Yeah.
I listen to the other songs; they sound good, so I'm interested in the album.
That'll be one. Yeah, maybe I'll listen to that when I get home tonight, because like driving and listening to that, I don't feel like crying while driving.
It's the best time when you're by yourself and no one can judge you. Men, we don't cry.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
in a similar situation, because like I had lost my dog Wally about a little over a year ago, maybe about a year and a half ago. And that was hard. So like,
You're gonna cry.
oh, yeah,
I'm gonna call it out right now. You're gonna cry. You're gonna weep like a little baby, and it's okay.
Yeah, the yikes.
It's just the song is written from the dog's perspective.
Oi.
So it's, yeah. I mean, it's rough. Anyway, rough in a good way.
Is it rough?
Oh, Stu, you just said that. Anyway,
the other song that I heard off of the new album, circling back to Hardy, because he did it at the show, was a song called Bottomland.
I'm not sure I listened to that one yet.
He can sing.
Yeah,
I always knew that, but I think this one really showcases how well he can sing, because it is such a, like, not epic song, but like it starts out where it's just him. It's just a cappella, and it's like thunder and rain in the back. It is a cool song.
we had gone back and forth, my wife and I, about coming to that show. As you know, you guys really want us to go. It just didn't work out. Truth be told, I sound like the old man that I'm becoming, but Hershey was charging way too much for standing room back at the stadium where you had to watch the screens to actually see the show tickets.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm at a point now where they're overcharging for things, and I'll have to miss them. But I missed him once before. We had tickets and couldn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
Ago.
Yeah, because you asked me if I could go, and I couldn't get off work to make it up to Jersey in time.
Yeah, so we ended up not going to that. So I've missed him twice. Once by default, I had to sell my tickets, and once because we just, I couldn't stomach the pricing. I thought, like a lot of Hershey shows, it dropped down, somebody yelled me the day, hey, $20 tickets.
Yeah.
Nope. No, and I actually was going to buy tickets. Listen up, Ticketmaster. I know you're listening. I mean, you're of course watching our show. I looked them up when they went on sale, and it was, I want to say they were $60-some tickets, let's say. $50-some or whatever.
I think that's about what we paid.
I put 2 tickets in. My bill was $150.
Yeah, that's why
I was paying as much in fees as one ticket cost, and I said, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. And that's why Ticketmaster gets sued every other week. That's insane.
Yeah, so and this is not a plug. Like, I wish we were sponsored by them because I use them so much. But Game Time, I use Game Time for legit every show,
right?
Every
and
sporting
we talked
event.
About this because, and I could only get them from Ticketmaster. That was like the pre-sale time.
Yeah,
it was before they were on regular sale.
Yeah,
but I asked you for Game Time stuff that week, and they were still.
They were still
at that
like
point they were $60-$70 a ticket.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's more than I would have spent less. There were no fees, but it just was. It wasn't in the cards for us to see Hardy at the time. Someday we'll get there.
That reminds me. I was just looking at tickets because I saw the B-52s are going on tour, and I would love to see the B-52s.
You see a painted sign. Anyway,
it's the B-52s in Devo, and they're coming to Jersey. I forget when, but I looked at tickets and they're like $20. I was like,
why are they in Jersey? Why can't it be at like HMAC or like Phantom Power? Like, definitely go.
Speaking of Phantom Power,
what a
let
segue.
me put a plug in.
Please
for
do.
October 10th. We are making a return as Lisdexia to Phantom Power in Lancaster. But me and Dave Z and the rest of the Stricken crew, we are making our debut over at Phantom Power, opening up for Josie Scott, the original voice of Saliva. Get your tickets either through me or online now.
You guys would be great.
Yeah.
As we're talking about things that have, we got to do and things that have happened, you obviously got to do that aren't our shows, mind you.
Yes.
I got to go to see they had a rock fest.
Oh, yes.
In Grantville a couple of weeks ago, 2 Sundays ago. Stone Temple Pilots were the headliner. The direct support was Nothing More. Dorothy, Hinder, and a Funeral Portrait. And our young friend, friend of the show, friend of ours, Alex Lee Warner Band. If you haven't heard me talk about this online ad nauseum or on my posts, Alex just turned 17 the week after the show. He may be the best guitar player I've ever actually witnessed in my life, like in person.
Yeah.
The kid is insanely talented and good. I thought he was just a blues player, and he's not. That's just where his roots started. That kid can do whatever. I should have known that. His level of skill. I'm around enough guys that can play guitar well enough to know you can play anything if you try. But he got the opening slot on that as the local artist. He caught the eye of Chris James on 105.7 The X. And, Chris kind of been following with all this stuff with the Central PA Music Hall of Fame and the youth stuff he does. He's won awards now. He's Guitar of the Year. He's up for a Josie Award in Nashville, which is like top guitarist in the country, not age group.
Yeah.
He was picked as one of the top 10 under 20 for a competition in Dallas. I think he finished 6th or 7th. He said, honestly, all those kids were super cool and none of them cared who won.
Yeah.
To them, it didn't matter. They got picked 10 out of the country.
Yeah.
At that age. Like he gets to do these things, which is awesome. But they opened up, and our friend and bandmate Dave Z did this vocals for him kind of last minute. I think he had a month to prepare.
Yeah.
Our guitar player Rich and our Twin Dicks guitar playing builder, also his partner Twin Dicks Rich Sexton was also there.
Yep.
Both the Twin Dicks were there. My new friend Wayne, what's up, Wayne Rosario? Hopefully you actually check our podcast out sometime. Wayne was sitting in on drums also last minute with like 2 weeks notice or something like that because their drummer just quitted a practice, just up and quit, left practice, didn't come back.
That's crazy.
So Wayne came in the next week, had like 2 weeks, learned all the songs.
Yeah.
Some originals, Alex, some covers. I'm not overly familiar with the bass player. I know he's in Collinsville Discount Band. His name is also Alex, but I don't know. I mean, I met him that day. I don't know him, personally. But they did this fantastic show. And I said this, I'm saying it for the internet to understand. And Jake will understand, as sarcastic as I am with my friends and what I think of, and that I don't say things like this. That may be the best I've ever heard Dave Z's voice. He was 100% on from the first note. I actually had their first song. I videoed it, and he sounded so good.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't tell Dave this because his head won't fit in the car on the way home. He's already got a big head. And I mean that physically. It's just a melon. It's just a melon. But Rich was, both the Riches were playing. Like everything was just, it was such a good set. They got a half hour. I played 5 songs, I think. They closed with Mud Shovel, which I didn't see coming, but Dave explained later, Alex wanted to show he's not just a blues guy. And that's that kind of stuff. So he wanted to show, and I mean, everything sounded so good. But beyond that, it was so cool. I sold merch. I helped sell merch. I was there with Rich's wife, Karen, and Dave's girlfriend, Carrie, helped us with the merch. And then I got to be at the table when Alex came out. And it was just a cool experience to see this young guy. All these people coming up want to take his picture. These young kids inspired by him. Hey, can I get your autograph? Can I buy a T-shirt? I've never been on that side of the merch table other than my own merch at our local shows.
Yeah.
And I've never been able to be backstage at that big a production ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been on a stage that big. I just haven't been in that kind of band. It was so amazing just to be back there, see the techs working and all the different drum sets hooked up and the guys on the headsets, like, you got to go here. You got to be here at this time. This is your mark. What do you need? Union guys working their thing. It was just so cool. When I first got there, they were still hanging the video screens.
Yep.
So I'm walking by, like, yeah, just raise it. And like, just looking up. It was just such a cool experience. I went out to center stage and took a picture of the empty space before anybody opened up. And while I was doing the merch, the merch there, and you've been there. I don't know how it changed that you were there, but they have it's an old shipping container. And then it opens up at the top.
Yep.
Well, all the bands are in there. Funeral Portrait was supposed to be next to us at a table. They made room for them in the thing. So the 4 main bands were in there. Excuse me, the merch people. And then we had a table caddy corner to them.
Okay.
So I was looking straight at the lines that were forming to them to my left. The line on this side was a Funeral Portrait line, or where they were. After they got done with their set, the singer came out and stood out in front. And everybody that came up, he took a picture selfie with, shook their hand, gave them dab, whatever.
Yeah.
Pounded it out. And then they bought something.
Yeah.
That line went past us, which is super beneficial for Alex. Everybody stopped while they're standing in line. Oh, man, you guys are great. Can I get something? It really helped him get some exposure because Alex was back there with me, too, for a while. That line was wrapped past us and about 150 people back for probably an hour. And he stayed out there and shook hands with, more or less, everybody that came up.
Yeah.
He left for a minute. I'm guessing maybe he needed to take a piss. I don't know. And he came back then. And people waited till he came back. Like, I've seen guys do meet and greets, and they had those in the back. You had to pay for those,
Yeah.
I've never seen an artist, even lower on the bill artists. Now, those guys play all over the place. They have a name now. They're a smaller.
They're local to the area, right?
Funeral Portrait? No. But they're regional. They're a national act, but they're not Stone Temple Pilots. They're not nothing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? but they're playing all the festivals and
I don't know why I thought they were more local.
and they just were. I was so impressed at how he was handling the crowd that he was willing to spend that time not behind the table, but standing out there with them, and then they could buy something.
I noticed that with a lot of the posts I've seen about them, is that like everyone will just take pictures with him. Like he'll stop and take a selfie
And
with
their
everyone.
their set was. I mean, I had to listen to most of it because you can't see the merch is set up weirdly. The back of the merch container is parallel to the stage.
Yes.
So it's behind the sound guys, and you can't, if you're running merch, you can't see the stage.
Yep.
I've never seen either the merch is in a different room and like the smaller clubs and places I played,
Yes.
or at concerts it's in the back and you should be able to see the stage. I've never seen a setup where you could see buying concessions, but you couldn't buy merch. Like you can't see, but you could hear well. I mean, the sound was amazing, but they sounded great. Dorothy, I've seen them once or 4 years ago on a Breaking Benjamin tour back before the dark times of COVID. And Hershey, and I don't know their songs that well, but they were good. That's my memory. So they were good. I was kind of having some beers, talking to my friends that had, the cheap seats while I had pit tickets that time. So I was slumming it in the back of my poor friends. Hi, Scott and April. And they were good. Moved on, I was waiting for Breaking Ben, Chevelle, and all that day. They were amazing. She has an amazing stage presence. And
oh my God,
is amazing. Again, I don't know the songs that well. I should listen to them more because it's that good standard chick fronted rock, but she's good. But they went on Hinder. Well, Hinder was before then. I'm sorry. After Funeral Portrait, Hinder. I was curious what they'd be like with this new singer. I know so. I've heard some of their new songs, so some of them I was recognizing. They did the old hits. That guy sounds nothing like the original singer.
Yeah,
and when they did Lips of an Angel, I thought at one point that Dorothy came out and sang with them because it sounded like a female was singing. I turned the corner and it was him. He kind of changed his pitch so much he sounded like a woman almost, which just where his register was. And everybody was singing along. There is a video. I just saw a TikTok yesterday. Someone took a video of the screen. There's a dude singing along that they spun the camera on. He is like weeping while he's singing along.
I did just recently see that.
Can someone check on this man? Is he okay? And I was like, that's at Rockfest. Like I was there. I didn't even notice because I couldn't watch the screen. But they were decent. And they put on a good show. Everything sounded good. Nothing more was, which that counts as my 6th or 7th time seeing them.
Yeah.
Man, what a killer band. Now, we left midway through their set. I was with Dave and long day performing, and it was a Sunday. So we cut out, didn't get to see STP, although I saw some videos, and they did their thing. But my special point of the day, and we've talked about this, so as a backstage person, I can go to and from as I needed to.
Yeah.
And they had their little dressing room trailer and stuff. That was cool. And, they had waters and air conditioning. But they had a tent set up for concessions. They gave us lunch, and they gave us dinner.
Yeah.
So I went back to get some lunch, and nobody else was doing this. I'm going to go back and eat. The guys were kind of getting pumped for their set or whatever. So I went back to eat, and I'm just sitting at the table, and I hear these guys talking. I hear this girl, this guy say something about having too much makeup on at lunch. And I hear this girl, I'm ready for work. And I turn around. Sure enough, it's Dorothy getting a plate of food.
Oh, wow.
Sits down, which I think was her guitar player and one of the other band members. I'm not sure. They sat down at the table, like, right next to me.
Yeah.
One away from me, eating her lunch. And I was just like, everyone else just doing their thing around like it's no big deal. And I guess I'm not backstage, so I don't realize that is no big deal. They do walk around back there.
Yeah.
So I thought that's cool. They're right cool. There. So fast forward, we get to the show, doing all the things. I go back, they put out dinner. I'm like, guys, I'm going to go back and eat something again. It's been a few hours. So I go back to eat, and I'm sitting down, and there, Nipsey and Jen Shade were there from the X.
Yep.
They were just sitting at the table. They were eating too. They had been there for a remote, and they were there for the X stuff. So I'm like, I know Nipsey and Jen from years back, all the different things I've done in bands all these 20-some years. So just saw them there sitting there 2 tables away. I was like, cool. Kind of just hanging out backstage, the radio people. Don't 3 members of Stone Temple Pilots come in, get food, and sit between us the table right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I knew it was one of the DeLeo brothers, and as I found out later, it was the bass player. But I was like, I think that's I say the new singer, but the current singer, but I wasn't sure. So there I am eating with one hand on my phone, which is facing them, trying not to make it look like I was taking pictures because I wasn't, but I'm like, Stone Temple Pilots line up 2025. And I look, and sure enough, there's the singer. They're just having their dinner, and off they went back to their trailer. And I thought, or their truck, their bus or whatever, wherever they were hanging. I'm like, and nobody else is batting an eye. Nobody's saying that, Jen and Nipsey weren't saying nothing. Like they probably had interviewed them earlier, talked to them. It just was a kind of a surreal moment. Like, this is what happens backstage.
Yeah.
You just see the stars of the show. The only people I didn't see hanging out, nothing more.
Yeah.
Not one time did I see any of those guys in the back. I'm like, man, the one guys I would actually probably fangirl on, who like, hey, sorry to interrupt your chicken, but can I get a picture of you guys eating? Like, but yeah, it was just a very cool experience to be backstage like that. I would do that again to help out, and I was so happy to help Alex out.
Yeah.
I've had conversations with his mother, who's his manager, on the phone about things in the industry and stuff, and just locally here. I mean, he's bound for much bigger things than I can help him with. But anything I can do now, whether it's advice or helping him out in that merch because I was free or whatever, I'll be more than happy to do.
Yeah.
So shout out Alex Lee Warner, and look for him, folks. If you haven't already or seen posts I put up or Dave talking about it, you should go check him out. He plays a lot of local stuff here in York still.
Future guest of the show.
Yeah, we have been talking to Alex since back at the CPMAs about being on the show. We just haven't made it happen, and maybe that'll be soon. I do definitely want to get him on. Maybe sit down. I'd like to sit down with his mom too, which I'm sure she'll be along.
Yeah.
But she's his manager. Bambi's a good person to talk to. So shout out to them. So that was my big thing that happened. That wasn't me performing over our break.
Yeah.
But we should talk about at least one of the shows we had since our last recording.
Oh yeah.
And that would be our end of the summer Labor Day show, Labor Day Sunday at Craft Haven.
At the Haven.
We hyped this show up. This is my third year doing it in a row. My fourth time playing with this band because we did my first year there. I got the guys to play for my birthday.
Yep.
Then we did immediately the month later. We did Labor Day. And now we've done 2 since.
Yep.
That is by far not only my favorite, but I think our most well attended and enjoyed show we do all year.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it's a little bit because we're Craft Haven people. Myself and Rich have our places. You by contact have a place with Alex's family there, so you're there all the time. It was Todd's first experience there, Jimmy's first experience there. Dave's been down a few times.
Yeah.
Like we know the place. We went full out with the light boxes. We play that show like it's the last time we're going to play and the best time we ever have. And it kind of ends up being that way. And you can see pictures and video, and we just absolutely own that place in the best way possible only because everybody's into it. Like we've had plenty of shows, outdoor shows like that next to the water that are okay. It's nice to be outside in the summer. It's almost exclusively what we do anymore. But that show, the energy that comes off those people in our Craft Haven family and friends is unlike anything we do. And I'm not sure even the experience that I had at Rockfest being backstage and being around that big national act energy felt the same to me as that show did.
Yeah.
It was just top notch, and that's why we're on the books every year until John and Shelley tell us that we're not doing bands at the Pavilion anymore. Like we will be the Labor Day band.
Yep.
From here on out, as long as this band's together, and if it's not, I'm still going to figure out a way that we can play.
Oh yeah.
We'll do it. You and I'll do it like a 2-man band with a backing track. I don't care. We're doing the show. So
yeah,
I don't know how you feel about it.
No, I fully agree. Like you and I have played many, many, many like bigger shows together.
Right.
Like I'm trying to think some of the ones like when we played Touch of Texas. That was a huge stage, fun show.
Yep.
Good crowd. I'm trying to think some of the other bigger ones that we have done.
And I've done certainly bigger rooms than Ghostlight. Never mind any other shows I've done.
But, like the Lebanon taste testing thing, or the Rhythm and Brews
thing, and I've done before you were in the band. Ghostlight did Double Barrel Roadhouse out in Redline, which is a huge stage and room. Like we've done some big rooms.
Yeah.
I played the Queen in Delaware.
Yep.
With next to nothing.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
That was maybe the most rock star I've ever felt in my life. But that Craft Haven Labor Day show is awesome. I will say, yes, we are a Lancaster-based band, and that's based on the band's history. Although technically, only one of the people technically lives in Lancaster anymore. I guess Jimmy might live in Lancaster County, but.
Oh, yeah, and I'm right outside of Lancaster
County. You're in Lebanon, 2 guys in York, but, the band historically is from Lancaster, and that's what I'll tell everybody at every show.
Yeah.
But we get a much nicer reception, I think, and no knock on our friends and fans here at home in Northeast Maryland in the summer than we do back home here in the winter. The Wellwood, playing the Goose, playing Craft Haven, like, they just love to have us there.
Yeah.
And if it was nice enough to play down there all year, we'd probably play there more than we play at home.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I kind of got a little into it. But what's your take on that? I mean, I'm sure it's pretty close to mine, but.
Oh yeah. So like experienced a couple of these Craft Haven shows. This was my second one with Ghostlight.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you were there last year too.
Um,
And we did one Nailed It show there. And then you and I, of course, and Dave have done acoustic stuff around the campground, but
Yep.
they're not anything like that.
yeah. So like, the first time I saw a band like this play there was I think it was probably Phys Ed, because I think I had seen
Probably GM3
yeah, it was
before
GM3.
they became Phys Ed.
Yeah, it was GM3. And so seeing them play, I was like, okay, this is what this is like. This is fun. So then coming around some more, I think I was at a Labor Day when I wasn't in the band. I want to say I was.
Probably
Cannot
the first one.
probably.
I mean, we were certainly hanging out then. You would have been there, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. We were hanging out before you
that
were
would have
even
been
in Ghostlight.
2022. Wait, no, 23. 2023 Labor Day was the first one we played. Then we played 24.
Oh yeah, because you and I met in 2020.
2020 at my 20th
Anniversary,
wedding
yeah.
party. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw you guys play there, and I was like, okay, so this is the place for like a good party show. And then I had joined the band, and we did Labor Day that year, and I was like, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was only like a month after you joined. You joined like late July.
Yes.
Early August, because you filled in for me when I was sick. That was just last year.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You've done 2 Labor Days. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, you would have been there the first one, I'm sure. But I could probably look back in the pictures and you're there.
Yeah, because the first show I did without you, that one without you, was Lee's Landing.
Right.
Yeah,
you did that because I was sick as a dog.
Yes.
Because you helped me out the night before Burning Bridge when I was sick as a dog.
Yes.
So I couldn't get out of bed the next morning.
Oh man.
Ironically, the last time the band played at Lee's Landing. I have not played there in over a year.
I was just telling this story the other day to my mom and one of her friends. It was actually at our gig in Fiorentino's. I was talking about that because my mom's friend was like, "How did you get in with this band?" And so I was telling the story of how like
family ties.
Yeah, I was like, "Well, you and I have been friends for how long?" And we did the Nailed It thing for a while, and you asked me to fill in for a show, and then the next day you were dying, so you had texted me as we were in the same house. You were up here and I was downstairs on your couch.
I couldn't get out of bed.
And you texted me. It was like, "I'm dying. I need you to sing for me."
Look, I'm a typical guy. Like, I'm a baby when I'm sick if my wife's trying to take care of me. But also, if it would have been work day, I probably would have went to work. I would have forced myself to at least go and do work and come home and go to bed.
Yeah.
But it's very rare in my entire life that I don't get out of bed. That maybe has happened twice in my adult life, and that's one of them. Like, I did not get out of bed except to use the bathroom and go back to bed all day. There was no way I was going to sit in the car for over an hour and then sing for 4 hours. It just wasn't happening. Even if it was just splitting the difference with you, it wasn't happening. So thank God you could do it.
And so I remember not being ready to play another show. Or no, because I was going to play with you guys.
You just weren't going to be singing the whole time without me.
And so I remember like you texted me and I was like, and I like looked at my phone to see what time it was, and I was like, okay, I only got to be there by like because what we would normally
you would have been having like 11.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's like 8:30 and I got to leave at this time. But I need to I gotta go get a change of clothes, and so I ran to Target and I bought a change of clothes and an energy drink, and sped down to Lee's Landing. But the entire time I'm going, I'm listening to the set list, just trying to get the melodies of these songs, because I knew how the songs went as a guitar player because we had just done them the night before,
right?
But like we were doing two Tickets to Paradise. I know the song, did not know how the melody went, and so I have that song on loop, and I'm just like, okay, I got that one. All right, now to the next one. And thank God I had the iPad with me too.
So you had the lyrics.
I wore my sunglasses, and so I'm looking down the whole time reading lyrics, and I was like, thank God I got sunglasses on so
Yep.
nobody can see that I'm
Yep.
looking down.
Nobody would have given you any grief about that, dude. You were saving the show. So,
But it went off pretty good.
yeah, I got a lot of texts from Andy and Doug and Rich then afterwards about what a great job you did. And then, like, I don't know, it was probably that Tuesday. I was like,
Yeah,
I
it
sent
was
them a
very
text message.
very
I'm like,
fast.
why aren't we adding Jake to the band? Like, what does that hurt us? And Andy, like, I thought Andy was like, I just like showed him how to find the way to God. Like, he was so excited. I'm like, you wanted to say something, didn't you, Andy? He's like, well, I thought it was a really good time. Well, you should have just said something. You didn't need me to do it. You were a fit, and we needed the extra guitar. My guitar playing is what it is, but it was never going to be able to do the stuff that you can do or you can share with Rich.
Mhm.
Like, I'm just not that guy. I'm going to be a rhythm guitar player who sings the rest of my life. So I just it was a no brainer. Once you did 2 shows with us,
Yeah.
well, one with us and one without us,
Yeah.
it just made sense. So that's a fun story too. Like, you just got conscripted, you got
Yeah.
drafted in the army. So
It was
here we are.
here.
Here we are. What, a year and 2 months?
Yeah.
Past, so seems like longer than that. It really does.
It
And not
really
in a bad way. I'm over here like,
and you
God,
know,
it seems like so long.
I just said this the other day too. I was like, it does not seem like it was just a year that, like, from me not being in the band to me being in the band.
And now, like, that's the only thing we do.
Right.
Like, we have to pepper in the other stuff we like to do around that band, which I was already doing. We were already playing a lot, but
I'm seeing
so
comments come into our section and I can't read those because it's so far away.
that's fine. We'll check them out later. I hope you guys are being nice.
I'm pretty sure I can read the one. Is that Mike saying hi? Yeah. I see Mike saying hi. What's up, Mike? I
Hey,
can't
Mike,
read that other
what's
one.
up?
That
I
other
should have had
one.
my phone here so we could see the
I
live
know, right?
feed. We're not technically savvy. So.
I see there's another one, but I don't feel like getting up to scroll up to see what that is.
So, yeah, so that the Craft Haven thing was probably the best show we've done all year. It usually is. I say that, but I'm pretty sure that's a factual thing. We also, like you said, we did the Wellwood down there in Charlestown, which is right there, right next to Craft Haven. It's the shortest drive I have from a gig.
That one, I would say,
at night, going slow for deer, it took me 7 minutes to get back to the front steps of my camper. Like, that is the closest that I play anywhere. It's great.
that one, I would say, is arguably a close tie, or like is a close second to the Goose.
I didn't realize how good. I mean, we've had a good time there before. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but once we got playing, that show was amazing. We had a great time. We played well. Everybody was doing their thing, and everybody was into it right up to the last note. And we had a Craft Haven showing out.
Oh,
which
yeah.
we get there, but we don't always.
This was a big Craft Haven.
And no knock on our friends at Craft Haven. They all been drinking all day usually. They show up on a boat or someone brings them over, and then they got to leave. They don't ever stay. We don't usually get everybody staying. And we had probably 2/3 of the people from Craft Haven that came was there till we were done. And that doesn't happen all. It was just a great time.
Yeah.
And it was our last outdoor show of the year.
Yeah.
For the band. So.
And the night before we were in Lidditz, which is for me our closest show.
Oh,
no, correction. Union House is always our closest show for me.
Well, we do that once a year in the winter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, we were at Fiorentino's for our last show outside there on the flight deck. We got interrupted by 2 Marine choppers, which I found out after the fact. One of them was Marine 1. It was Marine 1 and Marine 7. Marine 1 is the president's.
Oh, wow.
Marine
I
when they
didn't
have to
know
use
that.
a chopper, yeah, Marine 01, M01 is his.
Oh, wow.
What I was told. And they were just there to refuel. Obviously, the president wasn't there or anything, but they were so loud. We've had planes take off and a chopper come in before, and it kind of halts our set for a second, but they were so loud, like there was no point in us playing.
Yeah.
And then we had to wait for them to take off too, but it was pretty cool because they're big choppers too. You see them on TV and stuff, but you don't realize how big they are until they land. So, but that was a good show too. It was good to be out. This is our first year doing Fridays there, so it was a little different. We used to do Thursday nights, and we were the only game in town, so people just came on out.
Yeah.
So switching to Fridays certainly made a little difference in who was there and when, but yeah, it was a good time.
The crowd was pretty good too.
Yeah, the weather was nice. The weather held out for us, so it was a great weekend, like a great weekend for our last weekend outside. So that worked out really well. So, and we know how to work a crowd. We know how to have a good time. That's our point. We're there to have a good time.
And then our last show over at one of our go-to spots over at Burning Bridge, which was I'd say a really good time.
We had a really fun time. It was a little lighter crowd than we're used to. I did find out that was a thing everywhere because the weather was so nice. Turns out there was a couple of outdoor shows. There was a couple of festivals going on. There was some
Mm.
things happening that I wasn't aware of that I wouldn't have been when we booked the show a year ago.
Yeah.
That everybody was doing other things because a lot of places were like, "Hey, we have a good weekend, one last good weekend in September. Let's have stuff outside."
Yeah.
There was a big party over at John Wright, which is right down the street.
Yep.
There was a private party in the banquet room side of Burning Bridge that wasn't coming out to watch us. So a lot of
Rude.
the people that were parked there weren't in the bar, but the people that were there, and as always, that place, we also get people that roll in later.
Yeah.
We did build a crowd, and everybody that was there, we appreciate you because we had a really good time.
Yeah.
Doing our thing there. So as we do.
Busted out some Shaggy.
Yeah, you did. You surprised me and Dave. I looked at Dave. I was like, "What is he doing? That's great." He's like, first I didn't realize what he was doing. It took me a second. Same thing. Jimmy's like, I couldn't hear him at first. I didn't know what his lyrics were, but once he got in, I'm like, oh, yeah, dude. We definitely, that's our home base, so to speak. We have 2 more shows there this year. In fact, our next gig isn't until October 18th, and that's where it is. So
yeah,
we have some stuff individually. Obviously, you have your Liz Dexia show, and I have an acoustic duo gig with Dave tomorrow at the Seven Valleys Tavern. And then
I think the only other like thing outside of Ghostlight that I have booked is it's an acoustic show. It's like 2 days before Christmas.
Okay, that's a little farther out than we need to talk about, buddy. Not true.
92 days.
Are you not playing at the Gilmore Girls thing? Or are you just helping out?
To be determined. That reminds me, another plug.
We got some time, and we'll hopefully have an episode before that, but get it out.
It is the weekend, or not the weekend. It is the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I want to say it's the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. No?
It's the 24th, 25th, and 26th. Wait, is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Then it would be the 23rd, 24th, 25th.
Okay. Those dates.
September 23rd to the 25th.
October.
Or October. Okay. Rub it back. October 23rd, 24th, and 25th in Schaeferstown at the Alexander Schaefer Farm again?
Yes.
Okay.
Redbird Events, which is run by my sister-in-law, Sarah.
Sarah?
She's
not watching.
Nah. Well, she'll probably hop in at some point and then just say like boo or something.
Yeah.
But
she's so positive.
She puts on this event. She did it for the first year last year. It is a Stars Hollow pop-up event for those who are fans of the TV show Gilmore Girls and celebrating the 25th anniversary this year of the show. I'm a fan.
I'm not a fan, and I'm giving you like criticism over something that I don't actually care about.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm a fan of the show,
and I'm not doing that. I'm doing that because I'm me, and I'm sorry. Sarcasm is my love language, but. I just never got into it. I know it's got a huge following, and I'm far be it from me to give somebody some kind of grief about being a fan of something. No one can see it on camera. All you see is guitars and band stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, flip that camera around.
This entire wall is 90% Captain America, but it's just all Funkos and nerds shit. So I have no basis of saying anything. There's an Optimus Prime game control holding up the phone that's recording us right now. Trust me, I am a nerd from way back who loves things passionately. So it's just that isn't my thing. It never was.
So, but yeah, like my sister-in-law has been a huge fan of the show growing up when it was originally on, and still I can't even say every fall season. She watches it all year round. But, fall is known as, Gilmore Girls season, or as like people say, fall is for Harry Potter or any of that other nonsense. But
I guess I didn't know seasons were.
Apparently.
In season, I know that's good for something besides winter is good for Christmas, and only early winter, not late winter, is summer's good for Jaws. Anyway.
But yeah, so like with last year, it was a huge success. We had people, from all across the country show up. We had people from Nashville, from Arizona, from Texas, people that flew out, drove out, and made a whole trip out of it just to be at this Gilmore Girls event. And we did anything from the show. We did the bid on a basket, and a portion of the proceeds went back to the town of Schaeferstown to help them out.
My hometown.
Exactly. we did, a town troubadour where we brought in local musicians, including myself, to, do a little bit of music for everybody. We did costume contests. We did all kinds of vendors and food trucks. And
I mean, they like to be referred to as cosplayers. Thank you.
oh, there you
Go
go.
on. Food
My
trucks.
apologies. So because of the overwhelming success of this event, we had to do a second year of it.
Especially in a 25th anniversary.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah,
truth be told,
especially
You
that.
almost should have started with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously you had a success with it. So
We also did screenings every night of key episodes of the show.
like fan favorite episodes.
Well, so like for the first night, we screened the pilot episode.
That makes sense.
We also did trivia nights, which, being a person that hosts that
A person
occasionally.
of the trivia.
Yeah, I, hosted the trivia night. But now this year we're trying to do it bigger. We're trying to do it better. We're trying to do some new things. We are bringing in a special guest.
Anyway.
So we're gonna have a special guest this year. And I feel so bad that I forget her last name. Her name is Rini. She was on the show as Kirk's girlfriend, Lulu.
Super fan.
I know her
And
as
fellow
Lulu from the
organizer-
show. I don't remember her name as an
Fellow
actress.
organizer of the show, of the event.
Mark,
She's got a name.
Mark or Sarah or anybody who watches the show, if you know her name, please comment it so I can see it and get edumacated.
Don't help him. He needs to learn these things, guys.
But we're gonna have her at the show for 2 days, doing meet and greets. She's gonna crown the ice cream queen contest winner. We're doing a really cool thing with her on the second day where she's doing almost like not exclusive or one-on-one, but it's like a little breakfast at the Union House. It's a ticketed event where it's almost like a Q&A. You can hang out with her, where they do breakfast there. It'll be a really neat event. It's really
When
neat.
is that? Saturday or Sunday?
I think it's Friday.
Oh, Friday. Oh, you're not doing Sunday. I'm sorry. My mistake.
Yeah, I think it's Friday that's happening. I could be completely wrong with all these things. I
What's,
know these things are happening.
Do you know the times on this?
Like
The time of day this runs?
with the event,
Yeah.
it runs from.
So I'm guessing like Thursday night.
No, it opens I think mid Thursday,
And
if
then
not early,
runs to
like
Saturday night.
yeah, if not late morning. I should know all these things. I don't. I just show up and do whatever Sarah tells me to do.
Well, you got time to you're getting the promotion of it out. So
Yeah. But it's gonna be a really fun event. The bid on a basket was one of my favorite things to do because I hosted it, where Sarah kind of Vanna Whited the baskets for me as I was the auctioneer. And
I believe I saw a video of that.
yes, I went live for that.
Right.
And
I did see that.
like some of the money that was made and like donated just on one basket was insane. One basket went for $450 or something like that. And it's so cool to see the fans, because like there's people who watch the show.
Right.
But to see the fans come out and just everyone shares the same love of Gilmore Girls.
Well, there's another. I mean, there's all kinds of fandoms, mind you. That what you're telling me about this reminds me of what I see all the time. Something I'd like to go to sometime. And it's kind of an adjacent fandom because of actors. Is the Supernatural fandom?
Yes,
they do conventions that are specifically like I've been to Comic Cons and big conventions which are nerd wide. Like there's everything there, movies and shows and comic toys, whatever. But you can find your thing at that show, but it's not about your thing.
Yes,
there are tons of specific conventions and events like that are show specific or genre specific, but there's a Supernatural convention. It's usually in Jersey, I believe, like every year. I have friends that go all the time, spend the money to meet, Padalecki and Jensen Ackles, who I would also like to stand next to sometime and feel inadequate. Just like that picture up there of Chris Evans, where I look like I've seen the greatest thing in my life, because it kind of was. But it's the same thing. People are there. They know the show heart for heart. They're dressed like everybody. They're all friendly to each other, like it's community. And I'll be honest with you, I did a lot of the big cons like in Philly and stuff, the Wizard Worlds they used to be called and stuff. And they're fan expos now, I guess.
Yeah.
They are not everyone's friendly, but it's not everybody loving on each other like they're there for the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like going to the mall, but the mall's all specific people after a specific thing.
Yeah.
This kind of thing, I think what you're explaining to me and what you did last year after it reminds me of that, what I've seen of like the supernatural conventions, where that's what people are there for, and everybody knows the stuff they're there for. There's very few casual viewers at these things.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody they got drug along with their spouse or something, or their partner. But yeah, I think that's a really cool thing for people to do, and I think it's cool it's happening in my hometown.
Yeah.
Even if it is something I'm not into and I do rib you about, but I mean, if it was anything else, I mean, it could be any nerdy thing I like, and if I found out that was happening at Schaefer Farm, I'd be like, well, guys, I'm not coming to the show that night. I got something to do.
Yeah.
If there's a fucking G.I. Joe convention or something, I'd probably go.
Yo, I would.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would so
I'm using
be there.
using that example, but you know, any of my 80s stuff. Somebody told me, "Hey, man, there's a whole 3-day event for Knight Rider." I'm like, "Where's my black leather jacket, and my mullet wig?" Like there's just things that people go for, and I think that's very cool. So, and there's plenty of time for you to get the specifics.
Yeah,
we will, and I promise you, we will have at least one more episode before that date.
Yes.
And the reason I know that is because something I want to talk about now is this. I'm reaching for something. I don't know if y'all can see that. Probably get copyright infringed. This is from like, I'm going to look at the date on this. I can't see it on my reader because I'm old as balls. I don't know if there's a date on this. Needless to say, oh wait, here we go. 1995. So shortly after this came out, I bought this Mallrats companion book by Kevin Smith. One of, I think, his funnier movies, not his best. Sorry, Kevin. I know you're a big listener of the Nailed It podcast, but this was like a Bible of things that happened. There's script pages in it. It's amazing. The reason I bring this up is because Mallrats on his 30th anniversary this year. And we, put that back down, we are going to see a screening of it, a Q&A screening at Kevin's theater.
Smodcastle
Cinemas in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. My first time down there for any of Kevin's stuff. Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes will be there for, it's essentially a Q&A, but not really. What they do is they go scene for scene, and they'll play a scene, they'll stop, talk about it, then move on. And I'm told this hour-and-a-half movie will probably take 3 hours to get through, which is awesome. But also, Jason Lee's going to be there as well.
I'm so excited
So
about
Brody's
that.
going to be there, and Jay and Silent Bob in Kevin Smith's theater. We already have the tickets. We are going. I've already planned out an itinerary. Now, Jake's been down there, but we are going to the Secret Stash because I've never been there, and we're making a stop at Quick Stop.
Yes!
Because it turns out they're on the way north to the theater. When I look at the map, when you come across New Jersey, you turn north to go to Atlantic Highlands, and it's like just a couple blips to stop, and the Secret Stash is first, and then Quick Stop, and then so like it's right on our way. So we're going to spend a whole Sunday the 19th.
Yes.
Of October, we're going to do this. So we will be, I think we may be doing some sort of, if not live, there will be a mobile recording. We're going to kind of video.
Oh, that'd be fun.
We're going to videography kind of this thing. This
trip. Are we going to vlog this?
We'll vlog it. Thank you.
Yes.
And we'll make that our episode.
Yeah.
About this trip. My wife will be going. Alex is going. We're going to have a good time. After we're tuckered out from playing a show the night before. We have a Halloween show at Marietta the night before.
I'll still be cleaning face paint off of me.
You will be doing the stuff for the last day of Gilmore Girls that day before, that morning. And I just booked a show in Richland, which is adjacent to Shaverstown, for they're doing a harvest festival. And I was hoping you could do it. I didn't know you had the Gilmore Girls thing. So I'm going to be playing in the afternoon in Richland, just a town over from you. And then we both got to pack it up and drive back to Marietta.
Oh, my God.
Because we're gluttons for punishment. I do believe we have off the night before, though, so that's nice.
Yes.
Now, and
yes, we do, because I
was saying about our Ghostlight show. I'm sorry, that's not Marietta. That's Burning Bridge. 18th is Burning Bridge. Oh, 18th is Burning Bridge. The 25th is Marietta. Yeah. I'm sorry, I got it. Previous to that, you have that thing on the 10th with Listexia at Phantom Power. The 11th, my band Fell From Zero is playing our last show of the year. Of the 4 or 5 we do a year at Antietam Brewing in Maryland. I love that place, and I love the shows there. It's become my favorite place to play with that band.
I'm excited to play there
after all these years. And Ghostlight has a show in November then, so I have that coming up. So there's some stuff in between till we get to that weekend, and of course we got Halloween stuff. We'll talk about that later on, but I just want to make sure I brought that Fell From Zero show because I'd love to see people out. That's my 11 years running. That's my longest running band now. Only technically nailed it would have been because it came from CNX Friday, but since we don't really play anymore, I guess that band can't be counted as a. I don't. I don't see how we'll ever play as Nailed It again. You guys did that private party without me.
Yeah.
And if something like that comes up that we can do it with as a non-ghost light, sure. But there's nothing on the books. So
Yeah.
sorry, Ken. You also have a pretty awesome original band, The Turning Hand, that you guys are recording, and check them out. The Turning Hand. They're kind of stoner doom rock. My friend Sumo, my old bandmate Sumo's in the band, and friend Shane Siebert's in the band as a bass player. Their singer Rachel is not only my groomer for my dog, but not my personal groomer, Jameson's groomer. But she's like just the nicest woman in the world, but her voice is amazing. They're just very good. So check them out even if you're not into it. I wasn't necessarily into it. I went to see their first show, blown away about how good it was. Not even my kind of music. And Ken, another one I don't want to make his head too big, but Ken's a great drummer. But I played so many years of just Ken doing covers and us doing as sloppy as we wanted. Seeing him do original music that he wrote, man, he's so good at it. It's so good. They got asked by a band that they opened for at Phantom Power, I believe, to go out to Minnesota, Milwaukee.
I was just talking to him about that last week.
In November. They got asked to go out. They're going to go do it. So, I mean, they've been a band less than a year or something like that. Like, good for them. So, got to give shout out to our friends when we can. So,
that whole group would be a good guest.
Yeah, no, we should do something like I've been talking about have Sumo on the show for a year. He's a former podcaster now. He was doing a podcast for a while. I guess sometimes they dry up, things happen, schedules and stuff. But Sumo and I, it'd be another one of those episodes you just sit here and go, Every time I bring on one of my old bandmates, you're like, yeah, I don't have anything to contribute to this. I'm going to listen to you guys did what? So good times. And I actually spoke to our drummer Jimmy about coming back. I had realized looking back over our catalog that we had Jimmy on for an episode, technically two, because we did a Beartooth episode with Jimmy out of that episode, but we never got past like halfway through his music career.
Nah, yeah,
we didn't get up to where he joins Ghostlight because he hadn't then.
Yeah,
we got to I joined Bullet Method. Well, that's all we have for today.
Yeah,
like he's got a whole nother like section of stuff to talk about, and Jimmy's a great guest, so we'll definitely have Jimmy back. But we have some other people, again, Alex and some other people I want to talk to, and
maybe in season 4.
If we can't fit anybody in, we got a couple episodes left this year. Obviously, we're going to do our Mallrats trip episode, but I also wouldn't mind, maybe we can get Alex in here before that or after we get into the holidays. We'll do a Christmas episode for Jake.
Yeah,
I love Christmas. Don't get me wrong. I just
92 days.
I don't rush it like he does. I do believe that the spooky season, Halloween people, which isn't my favorite holiday or anything, they should get their time. I also firmly believe Thanksgiving should at least get a day, but no, we just skip that completely.
Thanksgiving gets a day,
but it doesn't get talked about except we go eat that day.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. It was Christmas in retail stores 2 months ago. Who am I kidding?
I just went to Walmart yesterday. They got all their ornaments and shit put out.
I saw Christmas stuff out next to Halloween stuff in July.
I love it.
It is what it is.
I've already got the music playing.
It's the world we live in. I'm getting my Christmas beers next week or the week after.
Are you?
Work. Yeah, and there's already stuff for like Oktoberfest and pumpkin beers that I had customers come in to ask me for. They're already gone. I can't get them. It's the end of September. They're already out of stock.
That's amazing.
Because everything comes out in June.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. That's not what we're here about. So we got a lot of interesting things coming up. And we always talk about what we're going to do as the year goes. We get the next season, and we'll get there. We usually end up doing this and doing a catch up, but we made big lofty goals about having more guests or maybe doing a once a week show. Even if it was just you doing a solo episode or me, we have not done that.
Yeah, I gotta get back into that.
We're busy people, and I get it, so we'll get there. But hey, we're busy guys. Look, we had to figure this out on a Thursday night so we can make sure we're out for the people. We're trying the live thing, so please, if anybody else is watching or has any comments about that, please comment. Send us a message on the Nail of the Podcast page. Of course, this will be up on audio tomorrow, probably, or Saturday.
Yeah.
For everybody to listen to as usual. And we definitely appreciate anybody who's behind us that does watch this. And even those that don't, that's okay. You're not hearing it anyway. We do this because we enjoy it. It's become a thing we enjoy doing. So we may not be pulling in hundreds and thousands of YouTube viewers or subscribers and likes, but I enjoy having this time to go over stuff and talk and just generally geek out about things once in a while and talk about our music and the things we like, you know what I mean? So it's a good time. It's a good time, and that's why we keep growing with it. But I don't think I have much else.
Yeah,
We
I
pretty
think
much covered the shows that I want to cover. There was some other stuff in between there, but it's our standard. We came, we rocked, we had a good time, we went home. Make sure you guys are checking out the ghostlightradioshow.com website in our merch page. Go to our store page. We would really like to see more people, not only with our merch, because hey, we're band guys and we're narcissistic like that. We need to be, satisfied by that. But there's like 2,800 different products now with different logos and stuff that we really like to see people out. If they want to get them, go ahead. We've got some new stickers coming. Jake and I just talked today. I ordered some new stickers because we like to give out the stickers at shows. And I do want to pay a special shout out thinking of that. Saturday night at our Burning Bridge show this past week, we had our tip jar out.
Yes.
Which we always have, but as I say, I don't bring attention to the tip jar. We're not there for tips. That tip jar came about because we would play places like the beach and we would get yelled at and money thrown at my feet because we didn't have a tip jar. Because we're getting paid by the venue. We're not, it's become a thing that we have it there. But if people want to put money in, great. We have the free stickers. Some people think they have to pay for them. They do not. I make those so we can give them out and have our name everywhere. Plaster on every sign pole and garage beer fridge and whatever, toolbox, whatever it is. But we had decided to, along a suggestion too by one of our fans, Tammy, who had made ribbons, black and blue ribbons, and had some glow sticks for the 3 fallen officers here in York, the Northern Regional officers that passed away in the line of duty about a week ago now. And there are 2 other officers, as last I heard, are still in the hospital but are recovering slowly. We put that out and decided we were going to donate whatever we were given to the specific fund that was set up by the Northern Regional Police Department. And we ended up raising, weirdly, exactly with tips is weird. We ended up raising $375 that night on a very slow night. $275 that was in-house. There was a nice gentleman who sent us $100 through Venmo.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
towards
that.
it. And I immediately that next morning, I counted it all out. And that next morning, I made that donation in the name of Ghostlight and their fans on that page. So every little bit helps. I mean, those officers, didn't deserve to be gone. They died doing what they knew could be a possibility, but nobody wants to hear it. And we respect their sacrifice and the 2 officers that are still, with us that are going to unfortunately have to live with this the rest of their lives because, someone lost their damn mind and, some people lost their lives over it. So if that's the little thing we could do to help, I'm glad we got to do that. So thank you to everybody that donated that show. If you're hearing this, we do greatly appreciate that. And just being there that night while we were trying to do something good for other people and not just entertain. So thank you.
Yes, thank you very
much. As
I
always say, without all of you, there is no us. That I should put that on a t-shirt, honestly. Or a sticker, because that's something I believe. Without people coming to support us and then in turn supporting something like that, we're trying to raise money for people, we could just be doing this or playing guitar for you on the internet. We could not be playing shows or there wouldn't be music. And I'm telling you, I say it all the time, without music, all our lives would suck. Some people are more entrenched in music than others, but music is a part of everybody's life, whether they know it or not. And we need it, and we need people like you to support it. So once again, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And with that, I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode.
Agreed.
We will be back to you guys as soon as we can, possibly before our Mallrats trip, but we will be maybe live streaming a video or 2, but we're definitely going to vlog that and turn that into our episode. And that'll be on the 19th of October. But if we're here before then, hopefully we'll see you. If not, as always, I'm Bob.
I'm Jake.
And we are
Nailed It, the podcast.
We'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Nailed it.
Ooh, you're out of tune.
You're sharp. Ooh, I'm a scary ghost.